Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020, and I'm coming to you today with a vlog entitled A Case for Health and Humanity at Medtelligent in 2020. So we are going to go through three different areas in this vlog. The first is, what do I mean by health and humanity? The second is, why is my interest in humanity relevant to you? And finally, a couple recommendations as well as one requirement related to humanity that will be in effect at Medtelligent, has been in effect and will continue to be, but that will keep front and center. So let's go ahead and get started. What do I mean by health and humanity? A lot of focus and attention and advocating for tactical health considerations is already taking place in the general public, and from PPE and masks and any kind of precautions people are taking. The only thing that I would like to say to advocate for that is going back to universally recognized forms of health, the number one of which by far is washing your hands. And that was before the COVID outbreak and will be after the COVID outbreak. So I advocate for that. But on the humanity side, I believe that is an aspect of this pandemic that is being grossly overlooked and undervalued, and that is why I am advocating for it here. The definition that I found that matches most closely to what I'm advocating for goes along the lines of humanity in the terms of humanness, of benevolence, as an innate capacity for interest in the well-being of others. It is not, by contrast, forceful or willing or demanding. It is respectful, helping, valuing, nurturing, and other altruistic behaviors. Why is my interest in this relevant to you, you may ask? Well, I will tell you. Because we have the privilege right now of occupying a part of the world that is still up and running, and we serve businesses that by our very definition are essential in these times. And I believe and am advocating for that the means of how we do the things that we do on a day-to-day basis are as important as the ends of serving our clients. Said a different way, the way we make the sausage in our little factory at Alice and treat each other through this crisis is of critical import, not only to the company, but to our clients and to us as human beings. This vlog is meant to make clear that there are standards that we had before and that will remain in place, and that they're high, and they'll only go higher as the world continues to devolve into a more politicized, polarized, and divided place. We have a place, a company that can be and will be a safe space for people with pure intentions and integrity, regardless of their specific belief system, and will be inhospitable to those who cannot live by these high standards that I will lay out today in this vlog of open-mindedness, tolerance, and kindness. So given these two factors about health and humanity, what is recommended and what's required? I'm going to go ahead and go through the required first, just in case you're already sick of this vlog, and I'll end with the personal recommendations. So what is required at this company now and for forever, and hoping that people have a higher standard for during these times, is treating each other with respect, with kindness, and with honesty. Understand that each person is doing their best. They're dealing with their own fears and anxieties that you may or may not fully understand. And no one is in a position to judge another person at our company. So it is not only requested that you refrain from doing so, but even if you must do so in your mind, please keep it to yourself. Violations of this requirement in the company, examples of this are imposing your views of right and wrong on others. We are all in a privileged catbird seat, and it makes us feel as though our opinions hold more truth or weight, but that is just untrue. Just as scientists have battled for decades over the health benefits of eggs, wine, coffee, today People are wrangling with whether to inject Lysol or wear masks and gloves or just masks, and does it help not get sick or help other people get sick, and social distancing. And the truth of this is only time and history will tell what was effective and what was not effective with these times. But we can day to day live by the timeless truth of showing each other mutual respect for each other as human beings, about our opinions, and about our choices in our life. In this company, we add another guardrail to help with this mechanism, and that's our pillars, right? Of assuming good intentions, of being curious, and of being honest. The bottom line is to keep, as always, avoid gossip, avoid judgment, and most of all, what I advocate for is avoid at all costs and in all ways giving into the temptation to make someone that you know an other. And that means that they are other from you, they are distant from you, they are separate from you, they are different. Because that is a one-track road, one-track lane, by definition, to losing touch with your basic humanity, that we are all connected and part of a greater human race. And especially for this situation during the COVID times and at our company, this otherness and viewing people that way is simply not welcome. We are all in this together. So let's move on to some recommendations. Recommendation number 1 is to maintain integrity and consistency. For integrity, this means insisting upon truths, not speculation, not Facebook posts, not hearsay, not that forward from your crazy brother in Kansas. It is looking at truths. Consistency. Be aware if your actions are consistent with your philosophies. Do you advocate for people that you don't know while speaking ill or gossiping about people that you do know? Do you growl at your neighbor for sharing an elevator with you, but allow strangers to prepare your food for takeout or delivery? Do you stand on your soapbox about people isolating, but send another human being through Instacart to collect your groceries or through Amazon to deliver your recent orders? Do you have a hate does not live here sign in your window, but spit at the television during press briefings? None of these things are wrong. Even where there are inconsistencies with these beliefs, it is just part of being human. No one can have a perfectly consistent belief system. The only thing to take away from this is that be aware that there is no consistency, that there is no right or wrong, that everybody has put together their own rubric of how to view their life. And all we can do is respect each other and realize that these views may change and they may grow and evolve. And all opinions and all positions are ultimately flawed, because all we have is our own unique experience in this life that can't be applied to anyone else's experience, and believe that everybody is doing the best. Even if you have a strong opinion about something, just having a slice of awareness that other smart, lovable, loving human beings have different beliefs, and that your beliefs are not a universal truth to be wielded against others with vitriol or judgment, but to be a part of the greater human connectedness that we are living in. My final recommendation is to think bigger picture, on a bigger scale. This situation will end. It will be over. When you look back at this time on your deathbed, will you see yourself as acting out of fear, as spreading information, negativity, and judgment? Or did you use this time to reach deeper and to find in yourself a humanity that connects all of us, and use that knowledge to help, to build, to put out positive energy and language and actions into this world? This is not breaking news to any of you, but none of us gets out of this earth school alive. And at the end of the day, if you believe in the concept of a soul, if you believe that it exists and what position you want it to be in a day-to-day basis, if you have to leave this earth, this is another viewpoint that you can look at it as. And I love this quote that I'll share with you by Marcus Aurelius in his book here, Meditations. And he says basically, if you live in a principled way with diligence, energy, and patience, if you keep yourself free from distractions and keep the spirit inside you undamaged, as if you may have to give it back at any moment, if you can embrace this without fear or expectation, can find fulfillment in what you're doing now and in superhuman truthfulness, then your life will be happy, and no one can prevent that. That's just something I've read recently that I liked and that I share with you guys because I have a vlog. So if you don't believe in any of this, please disregard that portion of the vlog. In terms of my final thoughts, we will not all agree. We did not all agree before, and we will not all agree after, especially in an election year. But no one has the right answers. Not me, not you, not my brother in Kansas, and not me again. Just so you know, Barry, if you're watching this. But what we can do is work together, compassionately, empathetically, logically, and optimistically. And most importantly, respectfully and with kindness. With that, thank you for watching, and I look forward to talking to you all soon.